Good morning, and thank you, Carlos. Wyatt Terrett & Combs is pleased to present the third installment of the Global Business Service Series, sponsored by GLI and the Kentucky World Trade Center. This morning, we're very pleased to have Jim Welsh, Vice Chairman of Brown-Forman, as our speaker. In his role, Jim is responsible for strategic planning, human resources, corporate affairs, and diversity. Brown-Forman, as everyone in this room knows, is a great Kentucky company, and many of us, myself included, have sampled and used many of their products on numerous occasions. If you go to the company's website, you can see a very interesting interactive timeline that traces the company's leadership and its products back to 1870. The company employs over 4,400 people worldwide, with about 1,300 of those employed right here in the Louisville area. It is one of the largest American-owned spirits and wine companies and among the top 10 largest global spirit companies. It sells brands in 135 countries, has offices across the globe. In all, its products include 35 brands in wines and spirits. Wyatt Terrett & Combs is not quite as large as Brown-Forman is, but we have been around a little bit longer. We trace our roots back almost 200 years. We're a firm with over 200 lawyers stretching from southern Indiana to Jackson, Mississippi. And while we don't have 35 brands like Brown-Forman does, we do have 28 practice groups which satisfy the sophisticated palates of our clients. We've represented a number of other great Kentucky institutions, such as Churchill Downs in negotiating simulcasting in Europe, Houchins Industries, headquartered in Bowling Green, which is America's largest ESOP, purchasing a number of companies across the country, including Hilliard Lyons, which is headquartered here in Louisville, and another great Kentucky institution. So while our offices are located in the Midwest and South, our reach extends nationally and globally. Jim Welsh knows a lot about international business in wines and spirits industry. In addition to the responsibilities I've already mentioned, he's responsible for compensation, staffing, employee benefits, employee development functions for approximately 3,700 Brown-Forman employees in more than 25 countries. That would keep someone busy in and of itself. Jim joined Brown-Forman in 1989 as manager of corporate planning and investor relations. 1 year later, he was promoted to the position of assistant to the chief executive officer and was elected assistant vice president in 1992. From 1995 until 1998, he was vice president in charge of the business consulting group, providing internal strategic planning and services to the company. More recently, he served as vice president of human resources for Brown-Forman Beverages Worldwide. Before joining Brown-Forman, Jim was the co-founder and vice president of operations for Source Air Corporation, a startup venue in Charlottesville, Virginia, and he began his career with J.P. Morgan and Company in New York, becoming a vice president in 1986. Jim earned his bachelor degree in economics from Princeton University, and he's currently vice chairman of Louisville's Downtown Development Corporation. He's a former chairman of the Nature Conservancy here in Kentucky, former president of Riverfields, and former trustee of the Bernheim Forest and Research Arboretum. Jim is a native Louisvillian, and he and his wife reside here and have 2 children. Jim, we thank you for coming, and we look forward to your remarks.